All right. All right. So hold on. I'm going to talk and then I'll spotlight you in a second. Okay. So today, oh my gosh, thank you guys for jumping on. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? A couple things today. Number one, some of you have been watching my marketing and you see that we are pushing out this 100K guarantee. So adding $100,000 to your income in the next 6 months. That's annualized income. Here's the thing: I can have that guarantee because it's pretty often that our clients do this, right? So we are talking to a couple of our clients about it, opening up any questions for anyone who is interested in working with us at the next level, and interested in what that looks like. Ask me questions about it, right? And I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but the more importantly, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight some clients today that have been working with us, and I'm going to ask them some questions. And if you have questions for them, I want you to ask questions as well. So if you're participating here, I want you to ask them questions about their success in their journey. We're going to start with Ash, and I think then we're going to get Christina Fritz on here as well. So let's start with Miss Ash. I am spotlight for everyone. Beautiful. Okay, so Ash, thank you, number one, for jumping on here. I know a lot of people are super excited to hear your story and hear what you had going on. And what's so funny about this all happening with Ash is it was kind of an accident. I accidentally called her this past weekend because I was texting her about something else. And her number wasn't showing up in my phone properly. So I was trying to add her. And when I did that, I just called her. And then I was like, oh, we're talking on the phone now. So we had this really great
Which was rad for me.
Yeah, it was good. It was all good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We had this really awesome conversation, and we started talking about like the crazy success that she's had in the last 4 weeks of joining our program. So you started with us literally like 4 weeks ago.
Yes, June 3rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
June 3rd. Yeah. So we're 10 days. And I think, yeah, that makes sense. So June 3rd was her first day on the job, working with us, partner with myself and the rest of my team in our mastermind. Now, I want to hear a little bit about like what was that like to join the mastermind? Were you nervous? Were you like talk about your feelings around that? Like before you made that investment, starting to think about making the investment to work with us, what was going through your head?
So I knew I wanted to be a part of it, and I reached out. I've been watching obviously everything you do, joining the boot camps, things like that. I knew I wanted to be part of the mastermind. It was probably around April and May that I really started inquiring about it. I took the leap. Yes, I was nervous. I the day I said I would like to do it, I was like, just give me the night for my ACHs to arrive, things like that. Literally within hours of me saying yes, I didn't have a client ACH me. They Zelled me instead. And I just felt like the moment I said yes, everything opened up. I received the money to join the money maker. I took my first call like with Lily on that Monday, and it was awesome. It really opened my eyes up to a lot of things. And I just felt like ever since then, things have just been opening for me. Doors are opening that should be opening. I was able to, say no to some clients that I just didn't feel were a fit, where before I would be like, I'll take you, I'll take you, I'll take you. And it's just been a really great growth process for me personally, which has transitioned professionally. So for me, it's been amazing, literally amazing.
Love it. And I think it speaks to, I think everybody is always a little nervous about an investment, right? Like if that investment doesn't make you feel uncomfortable and doesn't push you to your upper limit, like then you're probably still playing small, right? Like that's what that looks like. When investments don't push you to that upper limit, when it feels here's the thing, there's still this like it gets to feel easy to make an investment. You get to be excited about it. But if it doesn't feel like something that is like, man, this is an investment I'm making to take myself to the next level and push through my current upper limits, then check yourself, right? Like, are you still playing small? So love that, Ash. Now you made the investment, and during that time, like I know for for us, we've seen doors open, and I think you had said, what was your reoccurring? How much was your reoccurring revenue that you added on? It was like around 2,200. Is that correct? Is 1,100 plus
Yes.
9, so it's 2,000 per month, right? Of reoccurring
Yes.
revenue. So in the first month of reoccurring, the first month you joined us, you had $2,000 worth of reoccurring revenue come in, right?
That's correct.
And so then the other portion of that was from cleanups and everything like that. So that immediately covered your investment with us, right? Like you've already
Immediately.
made your money back.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so
And then
I think
some,
everyone always wants to know, like, what are you doing that's working for you right now, in order to get these clients? Like, what are the things that you've been doing?
Okay, so I know I need to do what Alyssa says a lot more often, right? Because these doors are opening for me. I don't post like I should. I'm going to say that right now. I'm trying to get better. I'm definitely scheduling them out now. However, I'm also running a marketing campaign here locally, and
Mhm.
it improves my SEO. I'm in a monthly magazine, and it goes to all the affluent areas around me, which are all business owners, and just posting and posting and talking about it and wearing my company shirts I made, out and about, and always having a card with me and always just talking to people, right? I'm just trying to network as much as I can. I need to get the balls to go live. I really do. That's my
Yeah.
goal this week.
Yeah. Yay. I love it.
Yes.
Well, you're doing great here. So this is a good first live presentation. So the reason that like I like to ask this question is because there is so many thoughts or feelings around like, oh, this one specific thing. And those of you who have been joining the marketing meetings on Wednesdays, you've heard me talk about this already. Like, it's not just about doing the one thing, right? It's about participating and letting everyone know that you have a company, right? Like, you're open for business.
Yeah,
So if your neighbor doesn't know about it, if your town doesn't know about it, if the people around you don't know about it, then you're not talking about it nearly enough, right? And
absolutely.
so you don't have to do, and this is a really good testament to, like, you don't have to do 100% of what I say, but you have to be doing something, right? Like, you have to be getting yourself out there. You don't have
Yes.
to always be posting perfectly. And, part of our mastermind, part of boot camp is having the 7 magic post system, right? And utilizing that. But we have found that if our clients even do 30% of what we ask them to do, they still could get the results, right? And that's intentional.
Absolutely.
Like, it's so intentional that we've put a mastermind together that asks you to do 100%, but we know that it's human nature that most people aren't going to do 100%. But the 100%, if you just do 30% of it, you'll still see results, right? The only way you're not going to see results is if you do nothing. And that's what we
Right.
do now.
Yes,
So
absolutely. I'm so excited
um,
for everything that's been opening for me. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And so, to highlight some of the things Ash said is like, she's in her town. She's in a local magazine. She is talking to people. She's networking, and she's doing some of the marketing that we teach as well. Now, and I know one of those clients, they came directly from me, right? So, which
Yes. Mhm.
congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you so much. Yes, that
Yes.
was very
Which,
exciting.
how's that relationship been going?
So he's great. We get along really great. He has already signed the engagement letter. I already have his ACH. He's invited me to all the QuickBooks minus one. We're waiting for his partner to invite me to the third. So there's 3 QBOs. He's growing. They will soon have double of that within the next 12 months. So it's just really exciting to get to hear their goals and what they're hoping to do in the next 12 months.
Yeah, awesome. And so to fill you guys in, I have started to build these relationships. When I go to networking events, what happens is I'm meeting people, and I've kind of developed this own little niche, and everyone knows that I can connect them with an accountant or a bookkeeper. It's like, that's what everyone knows me for at these events. So I recently went to an event, and I have people that are starting to reach out to me consistently saying like, hey, can you connect me? And so right in the mastermind, we have a Slack channel called Opportunities. And so what I've been doing is anytime I have somebody who needs an accountant, bookkeeper, or anything else, because we do have a few other different niches in the mastermind, I'm literally like, hey, first come, first serve. Who could take this on, right? Giving the details, who can take this on. So that's been a really cool addition to what we're doing. And I'm working on more and more of that as we go. But Ash was able to get a client right out of the mastermind. And she won that like fair and square. Like multiple clients were able to reach out to these people. So it was her smiling face and good relationship building that got her that. So anyone who is considering joining a mastermind, considering even just working with us, what would you say to them?
Honestly, do it. I know it's a little scary to think about the money going out right away, and you have to weigh the pros and cons for yourself, where you are currently in your business. And you might think, I can't afford this. I literally cannot have this money going out, but I promise you it's worth it. I feel that is when everything opened up for me. But it's because you offer so much, right? So there's daily Zooms, you learn so much. I have my own notebook full of notes for every single Zoom. If I can't make the live or Zoom, I always watch it in Kajabi. I take my own notes. I try to implement it or something daily. I really, really feel you need to just do it. You will not be sorry. I absolutely love working with your team. I think you guys are the best. I wouldn't have invested in you to help invest in me if I didn't absolutely love you guys. And I think you guys kill it for all of us. So for me, it was 100% best decision ever.
Awesome. Love that. Very good to hear. And that's what we want everyone to say, right? Like that is ultimately the goal.
Yeah.
And it's funny today, today actually on our mastermind call, we talked about the fact of like delivering above and beyond. We talked about how important it is to continue to build relationships with your clients after they become your
Mhm.
clients. Like it's not just about building the relationship on the front end, it's about continuing to build the relationship. It's about having consistent communication with your current clients. And so I'm going to get a little more into that. Thank you so much, Ash. I hope that you stay and hang out with us
Thank
for a little
you.
longer today.
Yeah.
Listen to
Thank
the
you.
call. But and if anyone has any questions, I didn't check the chats. If anyone has any other questions for Ash as we're like moving forward, feel free to drop them in the chat and I can bring her back on. But thank you so much. So really important lesson and really important part of this is like, I accidentally called Ash the other day, right? Like I accidentally was like, oh, but we were texting. And so then when I called her and I got to talk to her, like that's how I found out all this information, right? And so I want you to see how important this is. My accident became a beautiful thing for me, right? So accidentally calling one of my clients and speaking to her on the phone, I think we talked for about 30 minutes. She was giving me all of this feedback and all of this information about how amazing this has been for her. And if I didn't take the time to talk to her, if I was like, oh, sorry, Ash, I accidentally called you. I'm going to go. Bye. Right. But I was like, oh, well, since we're here, I'd love to hear how things are going. Right. And it's just the simplest question. And so are you asking your clients, hey, how's everything going? Right. Like, what's going on? Like, how has this been good for you? Right. Are you happy with this partnership? And by the way, guys, this isn't a question that you just ask your clients. Like, this is a question that you ask your partners too. Like, how's everything going for you? Are you enjoying this relationship? Because what happens typically is either somebody's going to say, yes, I'm enjoying it. Yes, this is good for me. Yes, I'm excited about the work we're doing. Yes, these are the results I'm getting because of you, because of working with you. Or they're going to tell you maybe something that's uncomfortable to hear. Right. And so maybe in your partnerships, maybe in your relationships, they might have some critical feedback. But what does that do for you, right? If you take that insight and you take that critical feedback, it allows you to make adjustments. And here's the thing about your clients, whether you're giving them a good experience or a bad experience, they're going to talk about you, right? So what do you want them to say? Good things, right? Good things. And you can't deliver more good things if you don't know what they're loving. If you don't know what they want, if you don't know what their good experience has been, you can't double down on those things. You can't double down and say, all right, well, Ash really loved this. And everybody's really loving the fact that we're creating opportunities. Let's double down on it. Right. And how are we doubling down on that? Like, this is just in the works. I'm just sharing this as it's happening, as it's starting to cultivate for us because it's brand new. But I'm like, hey, Allie, Alexis, right? They're, if you guys don't know, the A team on here, Allie, Alexis, I don't know where they are for you. Wave, just wave. Allie, Alexis, if you find anybody who's looking for somebody, like, let's start creating more opportunities. So now I have them on the lookout for it, right? And now the other thing I did is, instead of looking for my own clients the other day, you know what I did? I took the time to reach out to all of my high level friends, like my friends that are doing way more money than I am, right? Like my big guys, the guys I look up to, the people who are looking out for me, we're all helping each other. The people that are my mentors. I've been going to them and saying, hey, I value our relationship so much. I appreciate this about you. And what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to add on more opportunities for my clients in my mastermind. So if you know of anybody who would need XYZ, make sure you think of me first, right? And you know what happened? Somebody said, actually, that's me. And so I have a couple of triage questions for them that they have to answer. So then I could take it and put another opportunity right in my group, right? So, but those are the types of things that I wouldn't know that that's like, oh my gosh, this has been so amazing. And you helped me make my money back immediately because of creating relationships. And that's what this is all about. So the lesson, right? The lesson of all of this is, are you taking the time to ask your clients, is this a 5-star experience for you? Is it a 4-star? Is it a 3-star? And I need you to be brutally honest, right? I'm open for feedback. Is it good? And if it's not, I would love to hear that too, because I want it to be good for you. Your best way of getting more clients is by referral. Best way you're ever going to get. So make sure it's systemic. Make sure you have a process in place. And it starts with finding out if people are having a good experience, right? Because nobody's going to give you, if you send them like, hey, send me a referral, like I'll send you a thank you letter and, a $500 referral, that $500 isn't going to be worth it for them to send one of their BFFs to you if you suck, right? Because they're not going to send their BFF over here to have a shitty experience with them. Nobody does that, right? So it starts with, how's this going, right? And so that could be an easy phone call. That could be reconnecting with all of your clients, putting some time on your schedule and saying like, hey, I've opened up some spots on my calendar for the next month. I would love all of my clients to book a call with me. I just want to check in with you. I just want to see how you're doing, right? This is actually something that I did. I opened up my calendar for our clients for the rest of the summer because I was like, I just want to check in with some of our clients. We have an awesome client success team. Like Ash got those results without me. A lot of our clients get those results just from being on our mastermind calls, listening to the content and the material that's already there. I don't have to hold their hand because we already have processes and procedures in place for our clients to follow. But I know that when I open up my calls and when I know I get them on the phone, I could hear new problems. I could hear new issues that are arising for them. Is there something new that's happening in the market that I've been out of touch, right? Stay involved in your clients and keep building relationships with them far after the transaction of them paying you. And that is going to pay off tremendously. Is this valuable? Is this good? Everybody getting a lot of good stuff out of this? Helpful? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Any questions about anything I just said? And I'm talking a lot, which, this is what I like to do, is just get paid to talk. Is literally exactly why I did what I did and pivoted over here, because I was like, I need to talk. I could just literally share things out of my mouth and people will pay me. That is incredible. I need to do more of that, especially as being a kid and having people tell me to stop talking all the time, right? It's like, I can't stop. Okay, awesome. All right, next where's Miss Christina Fruits?
Hello.
Hi, I need a spotlight for you. Oh my God, there we are. Does everyone see Christina as a spotlight? Is she spotlighted beautifully? I don't know how it works. I just know it says spotlight for everyone and I'm selecting it and I'm hoping it works good. Christina, can you tell us about you, what you do, who you are?
Sure. So this was impromptu. I'm actually in Alyssa's group. I did not know until like 20 minutes ago, or I would have brushed my hair a little better and cleaned up my desk. But I am in Alyssa's coaching group, and I own a bookkeeping and accounting firm. So we do, we also try to do like profit assessments for our clients and do a little higher end level bookkeeping.
Awesome. Do you have a niche? Who's your favorite clients to work with?
I don't have a specific niche, but we kind of naturally built working with photographers, insurance agents, and real estate agents. So
Love it.
It kind of just
and
unfolded on its own.
So Christina, I know you're someone who has invested with other coaches and you've been involved in other things. So I know that you had a lot of emotions about investing with us. And so I want to hear a little bit about like, what were those emotions that you had before making the decision to invest with us?
Yeah, I mean, I've invested with other coaches that didn't really fulfill what they advertised that they did. And I'm a pretty upfront person that I will also ask to meet with that person and discuss those shortcomings, as that coach put it, I guess. And it really wasn't recepted well, and nothing changed. So I was very hesitant to invest again. Alyssa's investment was more than the first investment that didn't follow through. So it made me nervous and really hesitant to trust somebody again. But I knew that also I had to continue to invest to continue to grow so that I can reinvest that into my clients and help our business as well. So I went with it after doing a lot of research.
Yeah, you were like FBI on me.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. No, I think that's awesome. Actually, I prefer it, right? Funny you say that. Is like, I was actually just talking to the girls about what's a way that we could get people to like binge our content before they invest with us. Like, I want them to fully know me. Like, I don't want anyone to join our programs that's only like hung out for a minute, because they have no idea what they're in for, right? They don't know. I am transparent. I curse, right? Like, they don't know the team. They don't know anything about me. And I don't want that, right? It makes it way less fun if somebody comes in and they're just coming in for the results and not the people that we represent, right? Like, I want you to come in because you love us and you want the result. So how do we make sure that we do that? And so we're actually in the process of like creating like this kind of replay vault where people could binge a bunch of our content, and we would pretty much ask them to do that before they even consider like signing on the dotted line, right? And that's better for me also, because then you know what to expect. You're not going to come into our mastermind with an expectation that you're going to do this when I'm like, well, that's not anything like what we do, right? So love that. And so after you made the investment, how did you feel? Like, you've been in the mastermind for quite a while now at this point, right?
January is when I started. So yeah,
January.
It's been 6.5 months, and it's been so good. One of the things in researching a new coach, I look to see what is it we need the most, but what do I want as well. And so many coaches only do CFO work, or how to better price your products, or how to market only, or only team building, or only mindset. And I needed like all of it. If I was going to pay a high ticket, like, I feel like you should get all of that. And so, but a lot of the programs are equally priced. So when I met with Alyssa and I started talking, obviously Alyssa, everyone knows Alyssa from marketing. I did not join Alyssa for marketing at all. I joined Alyssa for like help with team building, help with SOPs, help with fine tuning our business, making it run like a well-oiled machine first, because I already was growing at a rapid pace and couldn't control what was happening in the business. I had to get control before I continued to pour gasoline on my services, as Alyssa says, and igniting it even more. So like, we're still in that process. I still don't market, but we are growing because as we are improving our business, more referrals just keep happening, which were already happening. It's not like we had a very broken or bad business. We just needed to do things better at a higher scale than what I was taught to start. So it's been wildly successful because if I bring a problem to the client success team, I deal with Alexis mostly. And Allie's great too. I've had an opportunity to do a couple one-to-ones, but I deal mostly with Alexis. And they both bring different perspectives, but also with the coaching calls, even though I deal with Alexis on a monthly basis, I get Allie's input, or, Alyssa does hot seat coaching. So it has really helped because when you fix one problem, it can create more revenue, which generates a new problem. And so it's because you have the continued for the new problems that pop up, like Alyssa said.
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, it really is like, there's no business that doesn't, if you're generating more revenue and you're on the growth path, like if you're growing, there's always going to be a new problem right around the corner. Like it's right around the horizon. And I think we have a lot of vulnerable and transparent conversations about that within the mastermind too, of like my current problems. Like, hey, I want to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to say this to you right now. Like, this is one of our big problems and this is what we're doing about it, because you guys are going to experience this. Like, you're going to go through this same exact thing when you get to this level. So just a heads up, like these are the types of things. If you're not there yet, that's fine. But here's how you can start working towards knowing that this is going to be potentially an issue, what to do about it now, maybe even how to avoid it, right? I have found so many times when I'm working with my own mentors, like I get to avoid problems that they talk about. And so I like to bring that to you guys as well, which is, I think helpful. That's why I do it, is because I think it's helpful, not because I don't think it's not helpful.
I agree. Like, and that's one thing is, there's so many businesses that can still succeed and you can still build a business without a coach. And so many, I feel like it's hard because the space was overtaken very much so in the last 3 years with people that didn't fulfill what they promised. But then you also, if you get even an ounce of value out of the ones that don't fulfill, because you can always still learn from something from every experience. So if you are taking that and learning from their mistakes so that you don't have to go through that transition, it just shortcuts everything. And so we were able, with our first coach that didn't fulfill, I still was able to build a 6-figure business in 365 days. And I did things different than some of the stuff they taught, but I also knew to avoid certain things because it didn't work before for 3 or 4 other people. Could I maybe make it work? Yeah, but why would I waste my time? So it helps you shortcut it. And where people think that it's not necessary, I think it's very necessary because you save more than you spend when it comes to your time, your finances that you're investing to try to fix a problem where you already have people with experience. And I think the hybrid feature that you have with the hybrid plus one-to-one, not only that, but we're learning from each other during those discussions. So even if Alyssa didn't deal with it, maybe somebody else has, because maybe it's not a comparable, but the world is always evolving, new software, new apps, new this, new that, attention issues. And so it might just be something Alyssa hasn't even come across yet, but someone else did. So we can also collaborate as a group.
Yeah, very good. I agree. And so you actually shared with us today, I want to highlight one of your wins that you shared today. And so really quick, Christina has built most of her business through building relationships with CPAs, networking, things like that. So when she says she doesn't do marketing, she does. It just doesn't look like traditional, direct response marketing. What it is she's putting herself out there. She's participating in her niche. And so she's continued to do that. And also another really amazing form of marketing is delivering what you say you're going to do. And Christina does that for her clients, which is why she continues to get referrals, right? So again, going back to what we were just talking about a couple of minutes ago, but and this is still in the works, not confirmed, but if you got 2 clients, want to tell us?
So when I first joined Alyssa's group, we were significantly underpricing, and I have been able to adjust my mindset with that off of some things I worked with Alyssa's team. I also, so that was one of our biggest issues. And then next, so we like slashed all discounts. I increased my cost to try to slow down our client onboarding, and it didn't work. People are like, well, we've heard you're great, so we'll wait. So I started waitlisting people, and they're still waiting. So I had in May a lot of mindset and breakthrough stuff I had to work through with Alyssa's team. And we had a large company that I probably would have priced them around 30 grand a month when I give them a price quote. I quoted them at $60,000 a year. And then because they drug their feet for an additional 4 weeks after I gave them the quote, and then had the audacity come back to me and ask if once it's cleaned up, if I would drop the price because it would be less work. And I said, no, that's when I get to profit. I sent them a message and said, we only have space for one business and we filled it. So you lost out. And they asked if they could potentially still be waitlisted so they can work with us later. And we told them 60 to 90 days. 30 days in, they sent us an email. Are we still on your wait list? Do you still have interest in working with us? So like they're begging to work with us, and we're making them wait the full 90 days. We're actually using the work. The new business was our business. We're streamlining our business more to make it better for clients, regardless if it's a paying client or not. So they're still asking to work with us, and we are slated in September to start work for them. So that would be 60 grand a year. And then we had a referral from a CPA for a law firm that I probably wouldn't have quoted what I'm planning to quote because of some strategies that Alyssa's taught me. With both of these, I increased what I was going to quote them. If I bring on both, just the 2 clients per year would be a little over $104,000 combined. Just those.
Yes. So, congratulations. And here's the thing. We pretty much know that you're going to get the one, which is 60. I have a feeling you'll get the second one because I think that you have a reputation and that they're going to commit to it. But keep us updated on that, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing is, like, I see so many people out there positioning themselves with these clients that it's like, you're getting, you're trying to work with 50 clients and I actually see people in the industry saying like, oh, my goal is to have 50 clients. And I'm like, gosh, that was never my goal. Like I wanted like 10. I want to make 6 figures with less than 10 clients. And so you could add an additional 100K to your company with just 2 clients. And so it's like totally doable. And it really is about, the thing about that is like, everyone thinks there's a specific strategy to finding, like there's this hidden secret room where you find all the high ticket clients. What it is really is it's elevating your mindset. It's elevating who you are to bring more of those people to you. Because here's the thing, broke mindset people hang out with broke mindset people. When you become somebody who has money in the bank, who believes that money's coming to you, you spend more time with those people. That is when you start attracting these quality companies to hang around you, right? And it's funny because I would have, like, younger version of me would have died to be in some of the rooms that I'm in right now, but I realized I would have been a total joke if I were in the rooms I'm in today with the people I'm talking with now. I wouldn't have been taken seriously, right? And so, but I had to elevate my emotional intelligence, my beliefs around money, and that's exactly what Christina's done in working with us. Is she's elevated who she believes she is and who she believes she can work with. And that's why it's happened. So you have to work on that stuff as well. It's not just, strategically getting in the right room or the right Facebook group, or I'm on the right LinkedIn because LinkedIn's where all the money is, right? Whatever strategy anybody's telling you, it really comes down to who you're being, right? Are you being someone who attracts money, who attracts higher ticket? Are you high ticket? Do you believe you are high ticket? Right? So
I get on LinkedIn to clear my notifications. Like I haven't even leveraged half of what I could leverage to grow the business.
So JC asked, Christina, what are some of the ways you participate in your industry?
Sure. So, I on a coaching call today was talking about, so being a bookkeeper, I deal with CPAs. And one of the questions someone else in the group asked is, how do you build a relationship with a CPA when they offer bookkeeping? And I said, honestly, you just talk to them, right? You have a client that you send to them, use that as your opportunity to get more referrals by saying like, hey, this is what I did, giving them a good detailed synopsis. You could just print off someone's P&L and send it to their CPA or send it to them and they can take it with no questions. But being able to detail, this is what I did, please look over it. If you need anything changed, let me know. I'm happy to do that. We want to make sure it's as close to ready for you. Like, so you have little time in there. They see that as they get to be more profitable. They don't want to deal with the bookkeeping. A lot of them don't. So then they're going to start sending people to me because now they can turn their clients faster, knowing that it's right because they know how I work and that quality work. So it makes them more profitable. And then I also ensure them that, you know, right now I don't offer taxes. It is something I'm going to look into, but I let them know if a client you refer me ends up saying they don't want to use you for taxes anymore, I assure you, I will never still take their tax business. I would send them somewhere else because I'm not going to like not work with someone just because they don't work with you, but I won't take that from you. And so kind of, you know, and I don't even have to say, so please don't take the bookkeeping business. Like, I'm not going to do that. They know, like I assure them I'm not here to take your business. We're here to help each other. And so that's kind of how you start getting into those rooms. Getting more personal, like with my clients, has also opened up in like the ability to work with other individuals that I want to, not necessarily like in my industry, but in my preferred like client industries. So getting to know them on a more personal level, knowing what their wives' names are, their kids' names. We have more than 50 clients and it's hard sometimes, but we're starting to refine that. People we don't want to work with anymore, they're getting booted and we're bringing people we do. So we don't have to feel so overwhelmed. So it works both ways, both in industry and with your clients. If you have clients you enjoy working with, get to know them better, spend that extra time. Could you bill them? Sure. But guess what? That's paid off in referrals they've given me because I don't just sit and nickel dime them for every question they call and ask for. Or like, I don't know if anyone here is an attorney and there's great attorneys, but that's why a lot of people don't like attorneys because they bill you forever, right? So like, you don't have to have that prospect of like how that outlook on your business.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's a really interesting thing to bring up because a lot of people have this belief that, you know, oh, bill them for it. You know, you want to call me bill. When you have a higher, when you start with a higher level pricing than just like $150, $300 a month, you no longer worry about scope creep, right? Because it's like, you're way covered. Like my profit margins are so good with you that sure, if you reach out to me, like my only goal now, because you're paying at the level you should, my only goal now is to make sure you're happy, right? That's it. Like as long as you're happy. And so taking on some of those phone calls, answering some of those emails, and there's ways of doing this also where it doesn't have to just be you, right? I mean, you guys, I'm one person. I can't take on every single question that we ever get in our coaching company, but that's why I've built Allie and I've built Alexis into the A team. That's why we did that, right? Because I needed it. I needed there to be other faces, people that were trusted within our mastermind, that it didn't just have to be me, because otherwise I would have been burnt out. And I know, Christina, that's something that you and Grant are working on. Grant is her husband. That's something that you guys are working on. It's like bringing on that next person that could be another face for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much, Christina.
Right. And working with Alyssa, it was like, we knew that our process was, we needed to refine our client list better, and prospect them better. And then as we do that, we can get a better control of the business so we can build a team, which Alyssa will help with as well. And really building a team is harder. So I come from a background, I was a police officer for 11 years. So I have a very harsh, like, do it now, like approach sometimes. And it's not intentional, but it's been helpful to like kind of figure out currently, how am I going to nurture a team? How am I going to build a team? Because Alyssa's group works with that. And then I can elevate that. Even I'm pulling that information in now, even though we're not using it at this moment. And so it's kind of helping prepare as well. And then what I'm learning in Alyssa's coaching helps me to look even better to my clients, because when they have a question about their mindset issues with money and profitability, I can turn around and teach them what Alyssa taught me, and they don't have to pay for Alyssa, but it helps me then boost more referrals as well. So like, you're not only investing in your business, but you're investing in the ability to grow your business because you're helping your clients with what you've learned. So I think it's super, it's like multifaceted, honestly.
Yeah. And what's really cool, and I think a lot of people see the value in the other part of this is like, the fact that I was like a CFO. So I have an understanding of what you guys are doing and what you have going on. And then also I can give you guys other little strategies to shortcut your work and make your work easier. Or, I had a client recently who was like, my client's business is going to fail. And so I was like, send me their reports because I'll look at it from CFO eyes and I'll help you help that client. Like they need to make some major changes. So I told them, I gave them a list of like 3 or 4 things. I need you to go back to your client and I need you to tell them to do these 3 things. They need to raise their rates. They were a landscaper and they were charging like $40. I'm sorry. $40 would have worked in 2012. It's not working today. Your fuel prices, every time you step onto a lawn right now, you are losing money. And that's why you are like projectile vomiting cash in this company. So, but it gives me the opportunity to help you guys at another level as well, which is, I think, something I've worked on more. It's something that I didn't really do a lot of, 2019, 2018 or 2019, 2020 days, but I've enjoyed doing it. So it's been fun. But thank you so much, Christina. Appreciate you coming on. You're the queen. Love it. Keep us updated on all your success with these other 2 clients. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to hear.
Thanks. Sorry, I was in a t-shirt, but thanks guys.
No, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. All right. So, okay. So that was fun. Did everyone get a lot of value out of this? These 2 little interviews we did. Should we do more of this? Was this fun? I hope so. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It's cool to hear everybody else's story. So last thing for you guys is we are going to close the doors on this opportunity. You guys can obviously hear that us helping you add 6 figures to your company in the next 6 months is obviously doable, right? It's very doable. And that's why we can offer that guarantee, because we have a step-by-step system that does that, because we have an amazing team and we have the ability to facilitate you getting those results as long as you're committed to doing that work, right? So any of you who have been looking at my content, who have seen the last 2 posts, I made a post yesterday, I made a post today. Just a heads up, we're shutting down that opportunity. So if you are interested and you want to add 6 figures to your company here in the next 6 months, so that means annualized revenue. So in the next 6 months, you could add that. That means next year, no matter what, you will have a 6-figure plus company. We talked to Ash earlier today. Ash added 34.4K in 30 days, right? 30 days, that's it. And here's the thing, that's just the beginning, right? That's just the beginning of what is on the horizon for her. And then we have Christina, who worked with us for 6 months, and we're talking about 2 clients that she just added, but in the last 6 months, I know she's definitely added. Her annualized revenues that she's added has been over 6 figures. They are both in the Ash is a bookkeeper as well. So if anyone has any questions, reach out to us. You know what, Allie, do you want to drop our link to book a call? I don't have it on me right now, but we're going to drop a link so you guys can book a call. We've had 2 of those spots fill up already. So if you are interested in taking on, there's 3 spots left right now, which I know will fill up. I think we have enough calls on our calendar, I think right now, that we potentially will fill them. So if you want one of those spots right now, it's the time to get it. And part of this is coming to hang out with us in October at our mastermind, our in-person mastermind. So if you want to come hang out with us in October, this is part of that. And then in April, we have another opportunity to get together at the Moneymaker Live events. So Allie, take some allergy medicine because I'm just watching you sneeze over and over again on this call. What are the dates for October? 24th through the 27th. Is that correct? 25th to the 27th. Yes. So October 25th to the 27th. All right. I don't have to look at my calendar. Yeah, 25th to the 27th. Do we have a welcome party Monday night? We have a welcome party Monday night for those of you who are flying in. And that's like early registration, welcome party. I think we're doing braids. We're gonna have braid babes there. So we're gonna do braids, which if those of you who follow me, you've probably seen me have like crazy braids in my hair. They're gonna be there. And then we have the entire XYZ restaurant WXYZ restaurant bar is rented out for us. So that'll be the first thing. And then we kick it off the next day with 2.5 days of amazingness. It's going to be epic. Speakers, epic. I have some really cool talks planned myself for you guys. So, all right, my dears. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone have any questions for me before I jump off? Do you guys have any specific questions for me? Anything I can help you with? Is that a no? No? No questions. Thank you. All right. Bye, you guys. Mwah.